Hey everybody, it's Joyce from Black Hair Compass, and today I'm coming to you in a bit of rare form. It's clear that I'm doing something with my hair, but it's also clear that I am not finished. So if you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you guys already know that I decided, sort of out of nowhere, to go ahead and start locking my hair. Dreadlocking my hair. Yes, I am doing it myself, and I know that a lot of you guys are going to ask me what made me lock my hair, and it's actually a question that even my family has been asking me because, like I said, it kind of came out of nowhere. But for a long time, I've always admired locks, and for one reason or another, I kind of just didn't do it. One of those reasons was cost. I was originally interested in getting Sisterlocks, and I started doing some research on what it would cost to go to a professional sister loctician, and even with short hair, it's pretty expensive. So you know that your cost goes up incrementally as your hair gets longer. So I measured my hair the other day, and with 14 inches of hair, and then I'm asking them to do Sisterlocks, which at a minimum is going to be 400 individual locks. That's going to be quite expensive. And again, I don't know exactly how much it would be, but I'm guessing it'd be anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500. And I was not prepared to pay that kind of money on a hairstyle. I guess what kind of changed my mind is I just realized that if I really wanted locks, I could do it myself. So I started doing some more research on different techniques that you can use to start locks, and there are quite a few different techniques you can use to start your own locks. You can do braids, you can do like individual braids in your hair, you can start with mini twists, you can start with comb coils or finger coils, and there's another technique out there called interlocking. Interlocking is probably the more complicated of them, but considering what I'm trying to do with my hair and the length that my hair is at, I decided to go ahead and interlock my hair, which hopefully I'll be able to give you guys a demonstration on what it is. And again, I am by no means an authority on dreadlocking or interlocking, but I did my research and I did it to the best of my ability. So originally when I set out, my goal for how many locks I wanted to have on my head was 475 locks. And again, that sounds like a lot, but from what I understand, if you were to get Sisterlocks professionally done on your hair, you would have anywhere from 400 to 450 locks. And comparing different people's hair and kind of like what's similar texture to mine, I figured that what would be, I guess the look that I'm going for would be about 475 locks. Once I got started, it became very clear that I was not going to get 475 locks, and it's not to say that it's not possible, but when you consider my lack of experience and the fact that I'm doing this myself, so like there are some parts of the process that I'm not exactly going to be able to see what I'm doing, to be able to get the precision in the small amounts of hair that I would need to get 475 locks, I just realized it was not going to happen. So even though I'm not done yet, my estimation is that I'm probably going to end up with about 300 locks as opposed to the 475 I was going for. Another thing that kind of went into how many locks I want to have was the fact that, again, just like I am installing these myself, I plan on maintaining these myself as well. And I thought about that, and I was like, do I really want to retighten 475 locks every time it's time for me to retwist my hair? Probably not. So that also went into my decision to kind of go down in the number of locks that I'm going for. 300, even though that's still a lot, is a little bit more manageable in my mind. We'll see as I get there, and I'll update you if that's actually the case. So another thing to think about is once I started doing the locks, and really before I started, I did 2 tester locks to kind of get the motion of interlocking down and make sure I kind of could get the hang of what I was doing. And that was a moment for me where I was like, I really need to make sure this is what I want to do, because it became very clear to me that once I put these interlocks in, they were not coming out. I know that there is, you know, this thing going around that you can comb out locks, and I think that in some cases it might be true, but when you're starting with locks this small and you're using the interlock technique, it's not coming out. It's not coming out. I did 2 tester locks and I was successful in unraveling only one of them, and the other one literally broke. because the tangling was so severe. I tried to comb it out and ended up breaking my hair, and it wasn't just like the ends or whatever, it was like halfway up my hair it broke because the tangling was so severe. And that was my moment for me where I was like, okay, I really need to make sure that this is what I want to do, because I cannot get halfway through and then be like, oh, I've made a mistake, because I wouldn't be able to comb it out. I would just have to cut my hair. So as I mentioned before, the locking technique that I use to start my locks, or my starter locks, is called the interlocking technique. And in order to use this technique, you definitely need a tool. You can start one with just your fingers and kind of like use your fingers to work your way up. And by the way, that's something I didn't realize either. When you're using the interlock method, you start locking from the bottom and you work your way up all the way to the root and the side. But you can use your fingers to start the interlock process, but as you get closer to the top of the lock, your fingers are not going to really be able to like fit through. So that's where a tool like this one comes into play. There are a lot of different tools out there on the market for you to be able to use to be able to do the interlocking, but I specifically chose the Easy Lock tool. I don't necessarily endorse this tool over any other tool. It's just the one that I happen to be able to order off Amazon the easiest. And this was, I'll be honest, it's expensive. This was $50. And the other alternatives that I believe to be just as effective are as cheap as like $2 from like Walmart. So you don't necessarily need to use this tool, but it's just the one that I got. And to give you some background, I guess, on what I'm working with, is I section my hair into 12 large parts. I have a row down the middle, which I have yet to start, and there are 4 sections straight down the middle. Then I came on the side and there was a section here, so then that's 5. There's another 6, same thing on this side, 7, 8, and then in the back I have 9, 10, 11, and 12. So in the end I started with 12 large sections of hair, and so far I have completely done 6 of them, and I'm working my way through number 7. I expect to be done with this by the end of the week. Today is Tuesday, and I think I'll be done probably by Sunday night. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have appreciated you guys as you've gone along with me during my natural hair journey, or I should say natural loose hair journey, and I hope that you guys will stay with me as I go through my natural hair locked journey as well, and I will keep you guys updated on its progress. But anyway, until next time.